Hello.
Yeah. I think yes, yeah, or that's the very reason why I fell in love with you guys. So it's yeah. Yeah. Most important ingredient
It
for.
says you're muted. They're saying you're muted.
See, we're doing it. We're already doing it on this one.
Yes, it is. It's connected. Silly OBS.
So
Silly
can they hear
OBS.
everything?
They can
Is it
hear
just
everyone
fine?
else. They could hear. Yeah, everyone else they could hear just fine. I'm muted. It's you guys. The one thing I didn't do is check my microphone before the stream.
They can hear you now, right?
Yeah, I think so. Check the
Okay.
chat. Colin! They're like, LOL. They're like, oh yeah, they were in Crazy Crafter microphone. It should be good now. You guys can hear me now, yeah? Pop off in there and let us know if you can hear. Thank you so much for all that. I'm so glad we've spent the first few minutes of this stream here with me muted. That is fantastic.
You might have to do your
If
intro.
only y'all heard what he was
I'll
saying.
do it again. Hold on. Here we go. You ready for the intro? Here we go. I'm just kidding. That was me fucking with all of you. Welcome back to the Crazy Crafter live stream, everyone. I am unmuted now. We have our wonderful guest, Martin Trappa, here from the Foam family himself. Martin, you guys have heard Martin talk about it, but Martin's been a long-time subscriber of the channel, pretty much since its inception now, going on close to a year since we had Gerard on the stream. So Martin was saying you're very kind in saying that's one of the reasons you've loved this channel so much is, you know, we grow and learn, right? That's kind of the cool part about this entire hobby community, and we're so thankful that you got to join us out there today, Martin, and that we get to do a little sculpting with you. We're very excited. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, man.
Quite excited to hang out with you
to
guys.
hang out and craft, right?
Yeah. Excuse
um,
my German accent.
Everyone who comes on this stream from another country where English is not their primary language always apologizes. Y'all speak better English than I do, I think. So there's no apologies.
I mean, he did just say y'all.
Nothing wrong. Y'all's perfectly acceptable. Anyway,
I'm joking.
I know you are. By the way, you see my threads? You see
For
my
being
threads?
Yanks.
You see my threads, yo? Look at my threads. Boom.
Beautiful threads, man.
I like my new threads. My new threads are dope.
Look at my threads. Oh,
Zane's,
yeah.
Zane's letting the team down.
No one's letting the team
Look,
down.
I
No one's.
searched facets in my house looking for my Not One video shirt.
Can't find it.
Because I wear it too much, so it's probably somewhere.
It's somewhere. It's all good. We're excited to have all of you out there in the chat today. Thank you for joining us today on the live stream. We've got a quick shout out to everyone that's out there. Robert Evans is in the chat. Welcome, Robert. Thanks for hanging out. We're loving quickly. Oh, you should be becoming a season regular. Hook, line, and sinker, Robert. We love it. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out. Been loving all the work in progress pictures of your board that you're building for your game store there in the Discord. It's looking great. Cross from Campaign Terrain is there. Tina Martin said it was too late, but is still here. Hashtag love that Tina. Can't miss the crazy crap. Now it's actually after your dinner, so it's not interrupting your dinner. We've got Carl from Carl Makes Stuff. Welcome to the stream. We've got Who else we got out there? I know we've got Josh from the Pickle Jar, an absolute legend, as it were, as he would lovingly say to me if I were on his stream. He's got a new video that's just been released today. You guys should head on over there and check out. He's got some cool tips for painting. What you'll have to let us know what it is again in the chat, Josh, because I'm still learning Warhammer, but I haven't seen the video yet, and he shared it with me earlier. I had a chance to get a sneak peek, and I haven't seen it yet, so I'm excited to watch the real deal. Did you yeah, you got a chance to see it, yeah? Awesome.
It's a great tip.
Working on the Necron still?
Yeah,
or?
I think it's Necron. He's working on his Necrons, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually gotta admit, I also fell on the trap. Never played Warhammer 40k actually, or only with friends or the friends' armies way back in the end 90s. I don't know. And then I fell on the trap and bought the new set. It's called Indomitus, I think it's
cool.
Space Marine Necrons, and I just thought, yeah, I like the miniatures and I like to poke around with the Warhammer 40k sci-fi figures, and I have actually quite a great idea for Necron terrain.
Ooh.
I'm still thinking, yeah, it's on a bigger scale, and yeah. I'm
excited. You'll have to show us that what you come up with. That was actually one of the first. That was Josh's first time on the stream. We were building. He was kind of kit bashing and adding some additional texture to a Necron monolith. That was back in January of this year. That was almost 9 months ago. Pickle, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You could have had a baby.
I could have had a baby, but I already got one, and we're one and done, baby. One and done. I'm excited to see.
None and done.
None and done. You know, Zane, none and done. That's also good too. That'll be exciting to see what you come up with, because I always thought like the Necron, you know, how you come up with and what you do with for the Necron terrain, Martin. That'll be fun to see.
Yeah, it's more quite a good idea in the head and not yet executed or really started, but
that's all right. It's good to have the ideas. The Necrons seem like a ton of fun to work and paint with. I know a lot of folks have done some Necron terrain out there where they've done, like, I think Black Magic Craft has done it before. I've seen there's been Necron stuff out there, but I almost have like I want to see like something Tron-esque. Whenever I think of Necron terrain, that's where my mind goes. It goes to this like vibrant kind of computer motherboard-esque layout, which I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I think it's as you said, it's the whole theme of them. I think it's not totally explored yet. You know, like oftentimes it's around these black obsidian obelisk,
yes.
Egypt ancient temple-like with these gray neon green lights and so on. And I like the aesthetic. It's a classic thing.
I do too.
But I was thinking more along the lines of kind of buried Titan-esque old Necron thing, you know, because they have these kind of stereotypical spines in their new design. They all have these robotic spines.
Yep.
And they have all this kind of similar shape to them. And I thought you can just blow it off, or say make it bigger in scale and make kind of a big Titan's Necron spine coming out of the earth, you know, with all these cables and stuff around.
I like that. I like that. I like the idea of it being, you know, kind of birthed. It's this that kind of clash of nature, but also the technology that are like both are trying to overtake and overgrow each other there. If you guys have ever played the video game Destiny, like there's some stuff in there that kind of reminds me. I'll have to share some pictures of Destiny up there in the Discord with you guys later, so you guys can see.
I've listened to Destiny's Child.
Not quite the same aesthetic, but that would be there. You should create Destiny's Child terrain, Zane. There you go. What does that look like?
I'm a survivor. I feel like it was a lot of like leopard print and that kind of stuff. But
Creating Mike, I see you out there. It's saying hello. Thanks for joining us out there today. The Immersive World Crafters out there. Welcome to the stream today. So lovely to have you joining us out there. Game Masters Vault is out there as well. Thank you all for joining us. Jack Grimble, Nectron, coming in with his Nectron jokes. You guys are getting cheeky. I love it. What were you gonna say, Michael? I wanted to give those people a quick shout out.
I mean, I don't know anything about Warhammer, but it kind of looks like to me like Terminator. The robots from Terminator.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the T200s, absolutely. Yeah. They definitely have that kind of look and feel to them. They're a ton of fun. Well, this is really fantastic. We asked Martin to come on and talk a little bit about some sculpting today, and we wanted to do a little bit of sculpting because Martin's been working on a build that he's been sharing works in progress pictures over the past few months now with this sculpt that he's been doing. He created this monster. I think it's just a nondescript scary monster that he wanted to create for the tabletop, but it's outstanding. Martin, do you have it handy there? Can you put it up on the stream so we can see it?
Yeah.
Grab that thing. Oh yeah, there's a close up. That was extreme. That was the special effects that everyone paid for. That extreme close up of Martin's face. I loved it. Yeah, there we go. I love it. Look at this thing.
It's so freaky. I love it.
Martin claims that he wasn't doing a commission, but actually he's gonna send it to me. So.
Yeah, dude, that thing is awesome. I love this thing.
It's all roots and twigs and stuff, you know. It's
so cool.
It won't make it over the Atlantic, I guess. So
it'll make it.
So
maybe I can also switch the camera, so I'm not always dodging out of the screen here and can show my workplace instead, and so we maybe get a better look at it.
So
yeah,
I think.
Sorry.
I was just going to ask you. Last week, I think you were saying that it was part of some RPG that you're playing, something that I hadn't heard of before, a particular world or something. What's
one moment. In fact, it's not an RPG I'm playing, but I purchased the PDFs. They were on discount, and it's for. I heard of it before. It's Symbaroum, it's called, I guess. It's a Swedish dark fantasy RPG it's about an ancient haunted forest and a new kingdom found there in the region, and it's a bit of exploring these old civilization, overgrown ruins and so on. Then they have these kind of fancy artwork from a great Swedish something Ström. I'm not sure how he's called actually. Sorry. And I really like the artwork. And then I came by via Instagram on a small indie skirmish game. It's called The Wield, and it has a kind of similar theme, and it's also about the nature going rampant and mutating and kind of taking over the people and mutating them. Kind of, it has different perspectives on it, like melting nature and or how to say, man and melting man and
that sounds super
nature.
Cool.
And it sparked my imagination, and had some nice wooden blocks and stuff and bark pieces lying around, and I just thought, give it a try. And I think as often when your initial idea grasps yourself, or not grasp yourself, but yeah, you're convinced
Yep.
by your own sketches or your own first steps, then it's quite.
You're onto something there, right? You listen to your
Yeah,
gut. If your gut says go this route, follow it. I love that philosophy, Martin. That's a good philosophy as for all of us in the hobby to follow.
Yeah, and I just thought, yeah, of course. And in fact, it's also a bit like, yeah, I'm really not that experienced with sculpting. I mentioned before, I actually started when Carl was on the stream and started giving tips and tricks on working with green stuff and making this nice challenge over on Michael's Discord. Only dipping my toes, and I gotta say, with a huge monster like this, sculpting is a lot easier. You know, like these. I'm not sure if you can see it, like the fur around the thighs here. It's like a classic Beastman.
Is that clay that you've sculpted? How did you do the fur on that?
The fur is pure green stuff, and you can see it from the tone. It's the lighter green is a mixture of milliput and green stuff.
Oh, how do they play with each other, Martin? I've never mixed the two. How do they work with each other?
Yeah, in fact, it's I speak like I worked for years with this stuff, but I only found out like last week, you know. And no, it's actually quite interesting. The milliput, I owned a packet of milliput for several years, and I always find it a bit strange. Like you can diffuse it with water, what is quite great, and you can make like a paste out of it, but a chunk of it feels a bit gritty. It's called in English. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And you can't make it too smooth, but it cures quite rock hard, and you can file it and sand it down and cut it and so on. And the green stuff is the more flexible and better sculptable, maybe you can say, and smoother. But if it cures, it's quite flexible, and so when you want sharper edges and stuff, you can go, or if you just want to, how to say, make larger amounts of it. So I think green stuff is a bit more expensive than milliput. So in this fact, when I made the legs and so on, I thought, okay, I don't have enough green stuff to do it all by green stuff, and so I mixed it, and the smaller details here, like the spooky little eyes and the fur on the thighs, and the little beard here and stuff, I made with pure green stuff. Yeah,
I love the little mask as well, like his mask covering.
Yeah, that was one of the kind of how to say, in bigger project. I think you know the feeling. It was kind of a milestone in a way, and a kitchen chair, an old metal kitchen chair, broke down the other day, and I still had this spare part where you have this kind of for the screw hole there, and it's called screw hole. Sounds a bit strange, but okay. You had this fine-shaped metal part, and I was avoiding sculpting the face in some way because, you know, I'm I have no background in classical arts, or I have no actual idea how to start sculpting a face of a monster, you know, like, and I thought, okay, but what about all the fancy avant-garde miniature guys doing all the 28 stuff. I'm not sure if you heard of 28 magazine, the artworks there. Or
I haven't heard of those of that magazine.
You haven't heard of it? Yeah, you can say it came out of it's kind of a, how to say, alternative Warhammer and miniature tabletop circle of people, you know, or a movement maybe, and they are kind of embracing the more grittier, grimdark, more horror, folk horror style. And I quite like the stuff they are doing.
Nice.
I really enjoy it. And it's
We got a question for you, Mark.
yeah. Sorry, I'm talking along. So
No,
so
you're
interrupt
doing
me.
great. There's so much to go in depth and detail about all this, and this is going to be good because I've never sculpted anything at this scale before, Martin. So this is going to be awesome having you here to discuss along that. But Zane, what was the question for Martin?
It was from. Let me see. Robert Evans asked Martin if he has sculpted with brown stuff from green stuff.
They've got a brown stuff?
No,
They have a brown stuff.
Robert, I haven't sculpted with it. I have. I found out when I dug through the stuff I have around here that I have some of the super fine white milliput. It's another brand of the milliput, and it's indeed more fine, but I also only mixed it for now. And brown stuff I heard, but I'm actually still on the way to explore all the different materials, and so if you know something about it, would love to hear. You know, it's
my first time hearing about it.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
I mean, to be honest, whenever you said, have you heard of brown stuff? I thought you were making a joke, to be honest.
I kind of thought that too.
Yeah, maybe it's a joke.
I thought Robert might have been being cheeky. I was like, Robert, are you being cheeky out there?
Have you heard
right
of
now?
brown stuff?
Heard brown stuff? Have you sculpted with it before? You just do it? No. Yeah.
Not professionally.
Do you mind if I just ask one more quick question, Colin, before you go on?
Sure.
Was just about the mask again. So you were saying that, like, so you were a little bit nervous about sculpting the face.
Mm-hmm.
But in a way, like, you know, in the movies, like, a monster's really scary, and then you get the final reveal, and the final reveal is never as scary as your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the horror movie, like, then the monster comes out, and you're going like, oh, he's not as bad as he was in my head. It's kind of the mask to me makes it a scarier model because you don't know what the monster's face looks like. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. And thank you for bringing me back on track. You know, I was sidetracking a bit as I do often, especially.
Oh,
when,
what are you talking about? Sidetrack. We know nothing about sidetrack and tangents on this stream.
No, but actually, that's why I was talking about these 28 mag movement and so on, these horror guys and these, and they love these kind of obscured heads, you know, and the strange helmets and stuff. And I thought, yeah, I had this thing on. I also like this. It's the newer sculpts from Games Workshop where they have these Chaos Warriors, Nurgle Warriors, and so on. They have these strange helmets with some holes in it and so on, and I really like it. And then I had lying around one of these. I'm not sure what it's called. It's a kind of a really fine wire mesh for a sander, you know.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I just thought, yeah, like, try it out and glued it behind it, and yeah. Now I think it's after it I thought it was a great idea, and I really like the style of it. And as you maybe have seen, I already started to make some critters, some minions for this guy.
Love it.
Going with the same aesthetic, you know, like having these knot holes. It's called knot hole in English. Yeah. And
the knots.
Yeah, the Nautilus. Yep.
the knot holes and having these strange faces with the
Those are so
grids
cool.
or these net like
Dude.
fabrics behind it. And so I really like to have an idea like this and then try to work on this specific thing further on, or try to explore the limits of it or what you can do with it.
Real quick, so Robert Evans is saying that it's brown stuff is awesome for bases and rolling pins for taking texture. It dries harder and it holds up much more detail, or it holds as much detail as he's saying as the green stuff. Well, that's interesting. I've not used it. And Jack is saying, if we focus the geeks of making terrain and painting minis, it could be harnessed into raw energy. We just don't have the tech yet. Yeah, that would be some tech. There's the fossil fuel of future generations right there, harnessing that power. So I have a quick question for everyone out there. This was asked earlier of me as well. Someone asked. I had some wire. I have some wire up here, and I just started twisting this together. I don't know what I'm making yet. I kind of wanted to ask the chat, what do you guys want to see me make? I've got this copper wire that I started twisting that could be an armature of some sort, or I could use it as the base of something. But is there a monster from the D&D manual that you all are like, oh, it'd be cool to kind of check this out? I'd like to see you attempt this. I'm most certainly not going to be able to finish it on today's stream, but I'd like to try it. So I know, Michael, if you've got one down there in the chat, start throwing suggestions out there. What would you like to see me make? I've got some clay. I've got some copper wiring. I've got all these sprues from these GW kits I've been working on. I think back to Carl utilizing those sprues to like make a stone golem that was like one of the coolest things I've ever seen built on our stream here. Michael, I know you are you're kind of crafting away on one, and Zane, you got an idea too. While I wait for suggestions to come in, talk a little bit about your builds. Michael, what are you working on?
I am trying to do a no-thick.
A no-thick.
From the D&D Monster Manual.
Okay.
I sent you guys a message earlier on today saying that I wasn't going to sculpt tonight, and then
and then you did.
And then my wife, just after I sent that message, brought me this wire, armature wire, that it's floristry wire. And then I started playing with it in the kitchen, and then I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to sculpt. So, and I have been making some good progress.
Nice.
I don't know if I'll be able to get it to go in focus here, but
let's see.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. That's looking good.
There we go.
Yeah. I mentioned already, I really love the pose of this guy.
Yeah.
It has a
That's
bit of a frog-like, or yeah.
Yes, it gives me frog.
There we go. That's a good angle there. You can see he's got his mouth open. Got a little spiny back going on, kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Nice.
And then the eye is a bead. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure the D&D people out there know what a no-thick is. I actually pulled it up on D&D Beyond, if anyone is interested. So like they kind of get into your head. So they've got attacks like Weird Insight. The no-thick targets one creature it can see within 30 feet. And so it will learn one piece of information about you if you fail your charisma throw, or rotting gaze. I'm not exactly sure what that is. And then it's got its claws and stuff. But yeah, I have met the no-thick in-game in the Lost Mines of Phandelver. So I was like, I'll build one of those.
You'll build one of those. Nice.
That's it. That's the long version.
It's looking really good. I love the shape that you're creating with it, like Martin was talking about. It's got a very unique shape. Like it's in a very dynamic pose, and it looks like it's just one of those things that you can plop on the tabletop, and you're like, oh, it looks like it's gonna try to TPK any party. I love it.
I'm literally copying an image that I got off Google this afternoon. Great. So it's not my own idea at all, but it's kind of a little bit like xenomorphic, if you know what I mean, from Alien, a little bit.
Yeah, good see it, definitely.
Zane, talk to us a little bit about what you are chatting about. I saw that someone who's that? Who suggested this? What was it? Robert Evans is saying ghosts for me. Maybe I create a ghost. I can create a ghost. I have a kind of a cool idea for that. I'll try to create a ghost, Robert, on the stream. Zane, what are you working on?
Well, Michael's working on a no thick. I'm working on an all thick because I'm making a rock golem.
Oh, let's see that. Oh, that looks dope, dude. Look at that.
So
Oh, so cool. You guys are like all
She
done
look-
with your
she
things,
big,
and
but-
I've got wire kind of twisted over here.
What material are you using, Zane?
I'm using XPS and wire adapted, but yeah, I just thought of something simple because I hate working with clay. So
Yeah.
yes, rocks. That's easy.
Do you
I
remember?
do. I don't like things on my fingers.
I
Do I remember what?
did a stream once last year, Colin, where both Colin and I made stone golems, and mine just never got completed because it was so bad.
Oh, that was with Carl. That was when Carl, we would make
That's
stone
right.
golems. That was when he busted out his stone golem. He made it out of sprues. That stream is worth it alone to see Carl's end result. And I think he ended up, you can head over to Carl Make Stuff because he ended up turning it into a little video on his
That's right,
channel.
yeah.
And it turned out really, really good. So
Heck yeah.
that was an awesome bit, and that was just sprues that he'd clipped and then shaved and beveled, and it looked so. He had his done by the end of the stream. Carl started with nothing and made this stone golem, and it looked like it was gonna stomp the heck out of whatever was underneath it. It was so cool. But I'm making a ghost. I'm making a ghost today.
So, Martin, you're sculpting away this evening as well, right?
Yeah, I actually wanted to, and I'm a bit burned out on this big guy. I'm not totally burned out, but in fact, I would only add stuff around these twig horn. How it's called, horn? The from the deer. The it's not horns. How it's called? It's
Antlers.
antlers, or antlers, yeah, the antlers. And I was planning to do some kind of ropes or chains or stuff hanging around, and bits and pieces and skulls and whatever hanging from it, trying to or avoiding to make it look like a Christmas tree, but in fact, if anyone has a good idea for a D&D monster or something, I like to have a prop and start working on something too. So
Okay. All right. So
Pick a
ideas
when to go.
from the chat. for
That-
Martin, what you could build. Let me. I might just run and get.
Lisa said Zane should make a hair golem.
Zane's got a hair golem on
So
his head.
I'll be back.
would that be Cousin It? Is Cousin
Yeah.
It a hair golem?
Yeah, cousin, it's a hair golem for sure, dude. That's funny.
hair golem is
Brickman Brick, welcome.
Okay, so I'm going to throw out a couple of ideas for Martin. Obviously, you can do what one you like the most, but you could literally go for the old classic beholder.
yeah, maybe, yeah. I thought about it. I mean, it's
That would make a cool.
You should make a pumpkin beholder
Ooh,
Oh,
pumpkin
yeah.
beholder
with tentacle vines.
with
There's-
tentacle There it is. There it is,
Can,
everyone.
can you see that one, Martin?
Oh,
on-
that's
on
cool.
camera.
on the manual,
Scarecrow.
on the monster manual, the one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm holding it up there. I don't know if you can see it on screen, but the scarecrow. That's also pretty.
yeah. I'm not sure. I had a phase in my life where I was playing League of Legends, and I really like fiddlesticks. I'm not sure if you're familiar with someone out in the stream. Yeah, Scarecrow is a great idea too.
Let's see what else we got here.
We're going like the spooky
So
vibes.
this,
huh?
that's what I'm doing there. That one there, Colin. The no thick.
Oh, that's cool. That's freaky. I love that thing. That's gonna be fun to build. That's a
Yep.
fun one to build. I'm gonna use some of this wire and give it a shape, and then try to create this. I'm gonna try to layer some paper towel and do a little paper mache to make my ghost. And I've got this.
Lisa says
I got this little ghost.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
It's
cut
all
you
right. It's okay. we'll chime in here in a second, Zane. But this is all. I just got a Citadel skull, and I've had this in my skull box glued, and I just primed it this morning. So I'm gonna. That looks freaky as heck for a ghost face. I think that'll be cool. Anyway, what's Lisa saying?
I challenge you guys to craft an invisible stalker. What I have to say about that is the internet is already invented, so
Ouch!
invisible
There it is.
stalkers are
Bazing!
already there.
Bazing! It's already there. Very funny.
Right, well, I'm just going to throw one more idea at Martin, but then he can just do whatever he wants. Obviously, he's going to do whatever he wants anyway. But the Myconid, which is kind of, it's got that
Mushroom people.
weird nature kind of thing going on as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like these a lot. Although Jack Grimble, hi Jack. Jack is for Fiddlestick, it seems, or for the Scarecrow. Yeah, maybe it's a mixture of them. Maybe it's a Myco Scarecrow.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
We will
and
see.
then again, I mean, there's always room for new monsters, is what I would say. You may be about to just create the next big D&D monster.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe.
It's the next big one. We got a bunch of people joining in. We got N-Scale Dystopia in the house here. Earthman Brick, we saw you pop in there earlier. Well, everyone, welcome to the stream. We're trying to make some monsters. We're trying to make some monsters. Let's see if I can
Make a monster.
make a monsters, make a monsters, make a monsters, and they have a monster.
So
I'm glad you got the reference.
I did.
green stuff is great, okay? Now, I think it's great for getting the general shape of something together, but once... Well, it depends what scale you're working on it, really. But I'm working at this kind of small scale, and it's really kind of fiddly to get any detail right, if you know what I mean.
Are you using any sculpting tools, or are you trying to sculpt the detail into the putty?
Yeah, I'm just using my knife. It's what's comfortable in my hand. I don't have any actual tools.
Because they're the fun guys, Lisa.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, Michael, although I should be a bit of an expert on this, maybe, being the guest here, I actually avoided exactly this by sculpting a huge monster and a coat of arms for a dragon ogre, which is also bigger in size, you know. So I don't have to make all the fiddly 28mm details, you know. It's.
I mean, if there are any, I know Carl's in the chat. He'll have loads of little tricks to help with that, I'm sure. It's also trying to get it in before it's really solidifying, and then you can't get the detail in. If you know what I mean?
BRB boys, I'll be right back. I gotta get some glue.
Our host abandoned us.
Guys, I was plundering a really nice potpourri, it's called. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, potpourri, yeah.
An old potpourri, and I found these great things. I thought you can make a worm, a Dune-like sandworm or something. But
absolutely, yeah.
I thought about this pumpkin you talked about. Like, does it make sense?
Yeah.
Kind of a.
I could also see like a Venus flytrap kind of plant or something.
Yeah, or for a giant, or a strange claw from a plant monster or something.
There's a pod plant that I wanted to make.
A what plant? Sorry.
Very cool. Pod plant. POD, like a plant pod.
Ah, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Like a. Trying to think how to explain.
So the other question then is, how do I attach spikes without ruining the detail that I've already sculpted in? So I'm pretty much imagining. Yes, I am lubing the knife, Carl. I've got Vaseline. Yeah. Vaseline, lubing my knife.
I'm struggling.
What happened?
I'm holding back. Nothing. We're talking about lube.
You guys talking about lube? How come you guys talk about the cool things when I go away? Like, you can't talk about the cool things. This is like the most important part of the conversation stream, and you're talking about lube. I'm not happy. You guys should know better than that. Did you guys see that comment? Pickle's throwing out some nice comments our way. Can I just say, between Colin, Michael, and obviously Zane, this is the best looking stream on YouTube. Fact. That's sweet. We try. Colin is almost done. He's making a skull wire. Yeah. I'm skull wire. Done. Easy peasy. I went to go grab hot glue. It only has one setting, the not second degree burns on my leg setting. And I went and I was like, oh, you know what would help? A little bit of tin foil to help shape and sculpt this thing. So I'm gonna let my hot glue gun up. My plan here, let me cut over. I'm gonna share you guys. Am I interrupting the lube? I kind of just came in hot here.
No, come in.
Okay.
You can interrupt the lube.
I can interrupt the lube. Okay, great. So here's kind of my...
It's not suggested that you interrupt lube, but you know.
I mean,
do your thing. It might hurt.
Okay. We won't interrupt with the lube. So here's kind of my thought with this wily thing here. I want to, so I've got kind of like the base of the armature here. I've got the head here. It's kind of hard to see because it's just blending in there, but there's the armature. I'm going to add some feet to it. I've got some arms. I want to try to sculpt some like claw arms, and I'm going to glue this skull head on top of here, wrap this thing in tin foil, and then I'm going to start layering on my paper towels for the like ghost effect that I can paint it later. Should look pretty cool.
What's the skull that you've got?
It's a Citadel skull from the Citadel boxes, right? It's just this kind of crazy, freaky looking dragon monster-esque thing, and I've put it on a little sprue. I've mounted it with some super glue on a sprue to better sit on top of the head here. So
that's one thing that I forgot to mention about this little sculpt that I'm doing is that the jaw is in the Citadel box. There's some jaws, like monster jaws.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right. The monster jaws, those are great.
Yep, and that's what my jaw for this thing is, just from the Citadel skull box.
That's super cool.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I love it. Martin,
you on a sprue.
How's yours coming along, Martin?
Yeah, I had a reference pic, and these are the leg part, you know, of the scarecrow thingy.
Oh, cool.
One little tip.
He's already done.
Everyone is talking about like fixing or accelerating. It's called, I think. Yeah, accelerator. Using baking powder, baking soda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With super glue. And I, by chance, I didn't have anything around, and I just tried to put what's called grout. Yeah, grout on it, and it works the same. It grows rock hard, quite instantaneously. And I'm using it from now on because I have a big jar of. It's called grout, I think. Yeah.
Grout. Yep.
Grout. It's quite usable for a lot of things, I think.
Very useful.
Very versatile.
Yeah, super versatile. We like grout.
So we got rock hard and lube, so I think we're ready to go.
Yeah, rock hard, lube. We're good. We're ready. Let's do it.
The German in the chat is, or in the stream is making a lot of innuendos.
My kind of stream.
I think Zane's got innuendos covered pretty well on this stream too. And you're not the only one, Martin. You know this audience all too well. They're pretty they're not shy on their innuendos, are they?
No, but
No.
I know myself, and we're quite easy to slip into them. Ha ha.
Well done. Well done. Oh my goodness.
He used lube.
Yeah.
Oh my
Slipped
gosh.
right in.
There it is. Everyone's
Oh,
got it.
I mean, we might actually be past the watershed anyway over here now, so it's okay.
The water. That one went. What are you
What?
talking about? Yeah, that went right over my head.
Oh, do you know what? So we have a watershed, which is like 9 o'clock at night, where basically adult related TV content comes on after the watershed.
Oh.
So
Oh.
everything before that time is generally child friendly on television.
Oh.
And then there's a certain time where it's a cutoff point where it's like, okay, now all the swear words come in, all the boobies come out.
Oh.
You know.
Well.
Max, Adult Swim.
Yeah. Over
what we
here,
call it.
we just call that normal everyday content in America. Like it's.
We call that Tuesday morning television.
So like you during the day you get like swearing and all sorts on TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
Wow.
generally not like in the morning, but like when you hit the afternoon. Yeah.
Explains a lot, huh? About Zane and I.
We're classy as fuck.
Still right in US American TV or media that it's like you can swear whatever you like, but oh my god, there's a nipple, it's a scandal, like
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, I mean,
god.
you can
there's
show
a
also a
nipple.
fully naked female in movies, but there's never a penis. So
yeah, totally.
I mean, they've changed that now a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
penis is like off limits.
Yep, no penis. God forbid there's a
Let's say
penis.
penis one more time. Penis.
We had to get our penis quota in for the day.
So if anyone's
Don't
just
go-
arrived in the
don't-
chat today,
don't
we
do
are
it. Don't do
sculpting.
it.
Sculpting, in case you were wondering.
What are we sculpting is we're
Not
not
penises.
we're not only sculpting really cool monsters for the D&D tabletop, but we're sculpting colorful conversation.
Anything's a dildo.
Oh my god, there we go. Now we're at that level. Hey, but the people keep tuning in, so they must they're it's the content they're crying for. Or maybe crying as a
honestly,
result of,
that's a
who knows?
job I want to work.
What?
I would love to work in a sex toy factory.
Oh, no.
Just saying.
There it is.
I mean,
Well,
I work at Amazon, so I see my share of sex toys, but
if anyone knows of any places hiring internationally, let Zane Morgan know. You can contact him over on his channel. Let's see.
it's right in the comment section.
Zane, talk to me a little bit about your golem. You use, it looks like XP. Is it spare pieces of XPS that you use to sculpt that together?
Yeah, I'm just ripping foam off of a scrap piece.
Nice.
But it's basically the same technique I have for making my. Here, let me show them. The foundation for my newest build. It's just the torn rock.
Oh, cool.
And just applying that to a figure.
Nice.
Maybe I'll color this rock. Just for you, Colin.
No, you won't. You asked my opinion and you didn't take. You were like, "Oh, that's nice. I'm not doing that."
Yeah, I'll just throw flop.
I told Zane to color some individual stones. He's got a really cool build and he's been starting to share it around. And he asked like, "Oh, what should I do? I'm not sure if I should flock this." And I was like, "Oh, any piece always looks good when you flock it." But I recently, I've always like, if I can color individual stones within the build, like I'll do it because it looks really good. So that's what I'm teasing Zane about. He didn't take my. He asked for it and he didn't do what I said.
Oh, I asked for advice. Doesn't mean I'm gonna take it.
That's true. That's
I gotta look like I care and I'm asking people for help, but I'm stubborn as fuck.
But in real life, it's like screw you.
Yeah, my mind's made up. No,
it's all good.
no, I value everyone's opinions, even if I don't agree with them.
Right.
I just didn't feel okay. It's not that I didn't agree with your opinion. It's that I didn't want to put in the extra effort of going back and
Dude, I resemble those remarks. Okay, I'm sculpting a little hand. Oh, there we go. There's hot glue on my finger, but it's the smaller glue gun, so it's not as like you can remove your finger before sustaining any burns. But I'll show this out. I'm using copper wire. There has to be a better way to do this, and it's a little messy with the hot glue gun. I'll show you guys here, but it's looking pretty good. I've got a little claw right here, little claw that I've made. Put him here so you guys can see my little claw. Boop. He's coming up over here. I'll show you guys up here too. What are you laughing at there, Zane? What are you laughing at? I see you laughing.
The comment section.
Oh yeah. I'm sure. Talk to me about your Talk to me about your golem. Oh no. Talk to me about your golem. Oh my God. I mean, to be fair, we did initiate it, so we typically do.
Yeah.
How's it going over on? Oh, go ahead, Michael.
I was going. I don't know if you already mentioned at the beginning, but about Martin has got an Instagram. People should totally be checking out.
You are reading my mind. That is my next point of business, guys. If you haven't done so, you should totally head on over to Instagram and follow Martin over there. I've got his at over there in the description for this video. He's got some great builds posted up there, so you can follow along on his all of his works in progress that he shares with the world. But it's a really cool page, and it's again, I love going through everyone's Instagrams and seeing everyone's process. Some people only do the works in progress. They don't show the works in progress rather, and that's one of my favorite things to look at and discover on Instagram.
Yeah. So, don't expect anything more than work in progress.
I mean, that's okay. That's
you know?
That's all. It's all groovy, man. I was gonna say, how long have you been crafting and hobbying now, bud? How long have you been doing the hobby?
Yeah, I played in school when I couldn't afford more than a small dwarven Warhammer Fantasy army and some Chaos Warriors and stuff.
Nice.
And but it was then I had quite a long hiatus actually, and came back because in between I played with a good friend of mine some Necromunda, and I always was really fascinated not only by the game itself and the mechanics, but especially because of the role the terrain plays there and the whole atmosphere. You know, we were playing in a smoky room, having the Fight Club soundtrack or the soundtrack from the film P really loud on, and had really great nights of playing Necromunda. And I came back to it when I found out I had all these old miniatures lying around, and some nostalgia trip brought me back, and I found out I really enjoyed painting, and it has this kind of soothing. It's called soothing. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure about the vocabulary.
Yep, soothing.
The kind of Zen-like meditational qualities to just focus and
It's pronounced Zane-like.
Nope, it isn't. I knew that joke was coming. I knew it.
And I really came back to it and was kind of hooked. I just said I started out being on quite a tough budget, being in the university, only having a small job besides, and actually let's face it, if you're coming from the Games Workshop side of it, it's quite an expensive hobby, to be sure. It can
100%.
And yeah, also it was for me a kind of a necessity to say, okay, now I will switch to like more skirmish style. You know, you buy maybe a set of 5 or 10 people, and then crafting, you can craft your terrain and stuff to make the game look good from scrap materials, in fact. And so I ran around and scavenged some building grounds for XPS foam.
Nice.
Or looked around the house or in fact packaging materials and so on, and yeah, I in the end I like the idea of the limitation or the creativity, the limitation sparks, you know, like, and in fact nowadays it's sometimes I have this how it's called, consumerism behavior to oh, that looks shiny, and now I have a bit more spare money, you know, like to spend on hobby things, and it's more like this, now I can spend the stuff and I can buy all the things I never could afford before, you know, like,
right.
It leads to these piles of opportunity. You know, it's called,
there's
of shame.
there's it's definitely increased and allowed you to expand the pile of opportunity, like you said. Well, I love the fact that it was born out of the creativity, right? And like what I can create with whatever I have available to me. What was one of the first things you created from all those scraps that you collected, Martin?
I started actually with Necromunda terrain, and although I have it all in the basement now, and I maybe I could give it an overhaul, maybe, but in fact now I have so much more inspiration now and stuff I learned now that I would make it totally different, of course, and it's quite bulky and on big wooden plates, you know, or stuff. I would construct different today maybe, and it's but it was like a big basin, different buildings, but also a basin of acid or something like that, you know, like it's the acidic pool is the word. And the Necromunda, like dirty underground underhive city stuff, pipes and so on.
Do you watch have you watched a lot of Eric's Hobby Workshop, Martin, or no? I totally dig his work. In fact, I then came over with the ideas of, okay, I have also some old miniatures from this fantasy range, and the sister game is More Time. I'm not sure if you're I know I've heard of it, but I'm not. Again, I'm not familiar with all the details of it.
Yeah, and I also from a design perspective, I really like it because it's this. Yeah, it's in a kind of stereotypical, romanticized medieval wattle and daub. It's called in English, I think, town, or a medieval town.
Yep.
But it's destroyed by a comet, and so it's in ruins, and so you have lots of possibilities to play around there, and you don't have to be so perfect in your work, you know, like you don't have to make this too accurate.
It's this ruined world, right? The world's been destroyed and it's dilapidated.
Yeah. And so you have I mean, it's kind of a fun take on it, because you have way more possibilities, you know. If you say, no, I have to make a correct Tudor style or Nuremberg 1400s medieval townhouse, you know, you have quite a limited sets, or to make it accurate, you know, like, but with a destroyed, ruined building, you got
some range.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So so I dived into this and tried out to work with XPS foams and bricks and so on, and started there some things, and I'm still on it, like build this nice tower I haven't painted yet.
Let's see it. Hold on, show that tower. Let me see it.
Loads of stuff. I tucked it away when I cleaned up.
Oh, it's okay.
Last time.
It's okay if you don't have it available.
Yeah, but have in the end I'm kind of planning to make it in a kind of more generic fantasy scenery set, where you can play different kinds of pen and paper role-playing games, of course, but also skirmish games like More Time, or newer versions like Frostgrave or Rangers of Shadow Deep, or there's so many possibilities to play on and have these settings work together. And that's my idea at the moment, to have a nice set of terrain to be able to play different games on.
Nice.
So that was a question I was going to ask, was in the crafting and hobby community, mini painting, making terrain, all of this, there's a lot of people who are making stuff just because they love making the stuff, and they wouldn't tend to, that they may never play. Do you know what I mean?
I'm rarely playing, like it's
But you do like generally you want to be playing though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but on the other hand, it's the effect it has. It's more for me. I mean, you guys are more on the professional, semi-professional side on it. For me, it's like, no one expects anything from me than myself, like, and when this kind of big monster sits around for the next 2 years, no one cares but myself, or when I won't start this night, or when I can't convince my friend to start playing Rangers of Shadow Deep with me, so be it. And I enjoyed building the terrain for it nonetheless, and it's important for me, at least, to don't have this
I think that's an important component you talked about there, is like it's important for you, and I think that's I don't know, like that's an important thing. I see that again. It's something it's always and I've asked it a lot too, is people, I don't know, just it's for you at the end of the day, and as long as you're happy with it, like you can't mess it up, there's no messing that up. Except this, whatever this is I'm creating. No, this is cool. I'm having a blast. I'm so happy because one of my future videos here that I want to do, Martin, is about sculpting monsters and messing around with it. So like I quickly realized, it was on the DM Scotty stream where I realized how much I love sculpting, and I hadn't done it. And I know we've had had some really good folks from the community on here. Carl, when he showed us how to enhance minis and add little additional stuff onto your minis there with milliput and green stuff. I love sculpting, and it's something that I've never really kind of tried my hand at, and I'm enjoying going down the sculpting rabbit hole here. It's a ton of fun.
I like it too, man. You could, like, as with like mini painting or any aspect of the hobby, you could get sucked into that one aspect. I'm kind of the term jack of all trades. Yeah. Just try and do like a little bit of everything, but you never necessarily become a master at one specific thing. It's you just generally play with everything because it's all too much fun. Yeah. But then you get like people like north of the border, I'm sure everyone loves, and like he's just put so much time into his sculpting. His sculpting ability is
pretty amazing.
Awesome.
And then, you know, there's the other type of sculpt too, which is the digital sculpting, which Zane is all about. And I that's another element of this build and this or the hobby that I'm just overwhelmed with all these folks and what they're capable of creating and coming up with. It's really cool. There he is.
Yeah, this is the digital sculpting side. In fact, I hadn't much time for some month in the early summer maybe, or late springtime when Zane made this great stream here, and also some live tutorials and so on, and I just hadn't the time and the head for it at the moment, but I at least wrote to you. I think that's a great reference to come back when I finally try my hands, or let's say dip my toes.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm the same. I'm going to come back to that at some point as well, because it's super useful.
I think I'm creating the ghost of the Kentucky Fried Chicken. This is what it's like, some sort of scary
I just realized
chicken.
I was muted.
Oh, you were muted this whole time?
Yeah, I'm here talking. I'm like, oh wait. Okay.
You're like, why are they ignoring me more so than normal?
Right?
No, we're not ignoring you.
Anyways, I was saying, Martin, if you ever need advice or anything, I'm here. If you want to get into it, so
yeah,
down to help people.
Yeah, I have like some days ago I talked to a friend of mine and I said I have this. I already spent a lot of money into hobby materials, but I still have some things. Like I'm one day I want to have one of these great canvas. They are called tablets, painting tablets, digital painting tablets.
Yeah.
And maybe a resin printer. And
I have one. I don't use it.
Oh, let's.
And
yes.
yeah.
Oh, can I plug a competition real quick?
Yeah. Plug
So
the competition. What do you mean competition?
Or it's a giveaway on
copy.
I think Instagram and Facebook. If you follow Creality Hallett, they're doing a 2-machine giveaway for resin printers, and it's international shipping.
Ooh.
Okay.
So when I find the details, I'll post it in the Discord. But you have a chance of winning a resin printer. So
that's so cool.
there you go.
So
you should definitely talk about it, Michael. I hope you do.
Oh, Michael!
I actually received our 3D printer today.
Really? Oh boy.
So it's still in its box. I haven't even opened it yet. And to be quite honest, I don't think I'm going to open it for a few weeks. I know that sounds...
Look at my face, Michael. You're opening it.
No, well, the thing is, right, this is the thing, is that if I open that, I am going to go down that rabbit hole. And I've got... I am... As I don't know, anyone who follows my channel will see, I haven't put out a video again in quite a few weeks, and that is because I'm building it.
Video in itself.
It's taking time. Yeah, I know, but
Zane's trying so hard. Zane's trying so hard.
It's just going to distract me from getting another project finished and get so my plan is to finish this project I'm working on, and then I'll do a video which will be unboxing it and then just doing my first ever 3D prints.
So awesome.
So that
See, y'all have self-control.
I don't.
You and Slavko are pissing me off.
I don't have self-control. I would be in that same boat
But
with you.
you already had a 3D printer, so it's like the newbies that I'm like getting into that I'm like, yeah, start printing my stuff. No, I'm gonna wait. No, I have patience. No, open
It's a
that shit up,
necessity.
Michael.
My kitchen table is covered in the current project. Like if I got out another project, my wife would literally kill me. Like, so I got to finish this one off, and then I'll get.
Oh, you can print her something, and she can print.
Oh, I'm sure I will be printing Lucy something.
Oh yeah, you can print some cool stuff for her. You can print her. She can the DM can have whatever monsters and stuff she wants.
You took
for
the
table.
innocent route. I was not.
Mm-hmm. But actually, that does lead to that. I think that would make an awesome stream in itself. Is one specifically where we come on here and chat, because I mean I'm going to need to pick your brains, both of you guys, about 3D printing, and we could get on some of the other guys that we know who know a thing or two about 3D printing.
Elston, Josh,
all those guys. Yeah.
I would love to do that. I think that's a wonderful idea. You have to let us know. Would you guys like to see a stream dedicated to 3D printing? That'd be kind of a neat way to a neat stream to cover in some topics and how to go about. I mean, if you've never, I think would be great because you can see all these videos. There's some good videos out there about like but like seeing talking about the various stages of it, and everything from how do you set it up to what do you do after you print? Like how do you wash your stuff, and how do you get it ready to move on to the next level?
Soap and water.
Soap and water.
Yeah, you're supposed to just get a little hoe bath going. Oh, not that. Never mind.
Oh,
I was kind of hoping that that the learning curve on 3D printing isn't as scary.
It's not.
Because I mean, but then I watched a video from Geek Gaming Scenics this week, or was it last week? He was comparing some printers, and he said that it's definitely not plug and play. Like, there is a bit of learning curve. Like,
he's a liar. Sorry, Luke, you're a liar.
Why is he a liar?
Especially when.
Well,
it's
I hope
plug
it is
and play, especially resin printing.
Oh, he's saying.
Especially when you
play.
got friends. He's saying it's not.
Oh.
Yeah, Carl says the kitchen counter is covered, but at least Khazad-dûm is out of the bath. That is true.
Oh, that was cool. That was cool to see it go up for that battle report.
Yeah.
So, if anyone wants to see Carl and my build, the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, being used in a strategy battle game, Middle-earth battle report, it's coming out this Tuesday on Tabletop Alliance, which is the old History of the Ages YouTube channel. They've turned it into a gaming channel.
There's a lot of folks from the foam family in that one. There's Carl. Both Josh and Elston have miniatures featured in that too. Like I know the word gets tossed around quite a bit of like, this is an epic build. Check out this. Like, this is it's an epic project, and it really was amazing to see that one come together and y'all bringing that one to life. That was a cool one. I like that. I can't imagine. I would love to have seen their reaction. I wish they'd have filmed their reaction when they saw the board that you built for the whole project. Like, I'd love to seen their reaction on it.
It was last Saturday. My brother was buying a car in Wales. In
Wales!
Newport, where they live in Newport.
Okay.
So it was serendipity. I was just like, oh, so you could take the terrain up there.
Oh, nice.
It's like the terrain still belongs to me. They're borrowing it for a period of time, and I'll get it back at some point. So my brother drove it up for me, so I didn't get to see their reaction, but he said that they were just like, they opened the box and like they were just like,
I'm sure they lost their minds.
Yeah, they loved it.
I have no doubt.
That is definitely satisfying.
Totally, and Michael, you, I wasn't aware about this Amon Duel terrain piece. It's an older piece of yours, and it was featured in the battle report as well.
That's right. Yeah, I'm on Soul. Yeah.
And I gotta say, I really love the way it looked. I mean, I can't stand battle reports over a longer period of time watching it, but seeing the minis on there and this, especially the top-down view, looked really great. Totally loved it.
Yeah, and, I love it too. Yeah, it's nice. Like, because we're not really getting to use the terrain that we're building here. Like, I mean, I know Colin, the lucky son of a bee, has been lucky enough to use some of his terrain over the last period of time, some of his vertical terrain.
Yeah.
And that just must be the best feeling, is to build all this cool terrain and then stick it on the tabletop and actually play with it.
We're getting into it. We're also on a hiatus right now because Richard's getting married, so we're gonna try to do some one shots. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll for sure do it, right? But it's gonna happen, man. You'll get to have folks again, and it'll all be waiting there for you. That's for sure.
I couldn't and I couldn't bring myself to sell this Khazad-dûm terrain. I mean, I did try, and like I had a figure in mind, and like basically I was going to sell it and then split the winnings between myself and the other collaborators, and that may still happen at some point in the future. But I was just like, there's no way that I can like build this and then not get to play with it. Like, I'm gonna have to hold on to it until I've had a good go, and like I want to get an opportunity to play on it myself before it goes anywhere.
Yeah, so, you should always play with yourself, Michael.
What is it? Oh, no. I see that. Steve is saying, welcome, Steve. Steve says he's been watching, but he hasn't been logged in. Well, we're glad you're logged in. He says spend 200 to 300 hours on terrain and maybe 5 hours gaming on it. LOL. Yep. Yep. But worth it. And also, you can use it again for future stuff. You never know how it's going to come across. Like the monster that Martin crafted and created here is going to be able to be used again on multiple. Like that thing's going to be used a ton of different ways.
And that's also great. While crafting or while sculpting in this case, or something, you're thinking about the future possibilities, you know. And of course it helps when you're, for example, DMing a campaign or something, and
you make it work.
can make it weave it into your own world building, you know, or you get a bit fancy and think about making an own small system, small game out of it. Or when I'm fancy and drinking beer or don't know crafting along, I really like the idea of just making this kind of cinematic what to call it,
animations,
small scenes, you know, like maybe not stop motion, but working a little bit more cinematic narrative, small narratives, you know, with the scenery, with the terrain pieces and nice miniatures, and all the inspiration I got here from the stream, Atmoseeker, for example, with all the great lightning and fog and stuff, and you can really build a nice cinematic, atmosphere, or a nice tension there. I think I would love to explore it or dip my toes into it a bit, and we'll see.
Speaking of cinematic stuff, one of my favorite things that I've seen on YouTube this week was, I think it was yesterday, Zorp. I don't know if you guys follow Zorp.
Oh yeah.
And he posted like a cinematic Warhammer thing, where he did a little bit of stop motion. He also used like kind of, I think, is it After Effects? He actually responded to a comment and told me what he used, and I can't remember it now. but like little animations with like explosions and lasers and like really cool lighting. Very, very cool. You should check it out.
I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, and so it's really funny because it's.
I want to hear about the quake.
Oh, sorry.
Say it again, Zane.
So they're talking about the earthquake in the chat there.
There was an earthquake?
Colin.
Yeah, last night when I was putting Ben to bed.
Wait.
Mm-hmm. It was just earthquake. It was not like it was nothing compared to normally. They say it was 4.6. The epicenter was, so depending where you are with an earthquake happens. If you're near the epicenter, it's a little. It doesn't matter what. People in Carson last night, which is just a little south from where we live, it got rocked a little bit. Right, some stuff got thrown off some shelves, and some stuff was broken this morning. But where we were, it's not too terrible, but it was a little bit of a shake, rattle, and roll. Yeah, kind of a wild feeling. Ben and I were reading in bed. I felt it. Ben didn't even feel it, and I was like, oh, there that is, and it felt a little bigger, and that you can kind of feel if it's like a little bit of a rolling sensation. You're like, whatever, no big deal. But it was, it kind of escalated a little bit, and there was a little bit more motion and rocking, and I was like, oh, do I need to get him out of bed and move to a doorway here? Like, is it going to be bigger than that? And it didn't. I was just like, yeah, whatever, let's keep reading. And my wife came running in. She's like, are you guys okay? And I'm like, yeah, it was I was like, honey, that's 4.5. That's no big deal. And she was just like, she's like, it was pretty big. And I was just like, nah, that one wasn't too bad.
Is she not a California native, or?
No, she's a California native for sure. But like, we were also elevated in his bed, and his bed I think absorbed it a little bit more because my mom was also like, no, that was a pretty gnarly shake, and I didn't feel.
Would you say it absorbed it?
Absorbed?
I just wanted to get that in there.
Dude, you're so funny.
Yeah.
Absorbed.
You're so funny.
Zane, oh my goodness, that is like that's heading into dad.
I need to be a dad just for the dad joke.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Zane, for none and done, you certainly have the dad jokes.
Yeah.
I'd be a great uncle. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
Uncle Zane.
Uncle Zane. Anyway, so we're all good here. It wasn't a terrible quake at all.
Yeah, while I'm getting serious and putting the putty out, the green stuff, I'm just thinking I'm quite geologically privileged, like here in Middle Europe, and no earthquakes, no floods, no.
That's what Zane and I were talking about the other day. We were
wildfires.
I think it was last night, because I messaged Zane. I was like, oh, we just had an earthquake. And he's like, what? And
What?
And
I was in the line for McDonald's and I freaked the fuck out. No.
And then, I don't know. It's kind of wild. Like, I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then I was thinking about, I was like, I wonder if I was like, wait a minute. What are the things that folks in the UK and Europe have to deal with? Like, I was like, I think you guys got it.
Huh?
I don't want to say easy is the wrong word, but I just want to, I don't think you guys have to worry about that natural disasters as much, which is...
They have to eat beans for breakfast.
Yeah, that's true. And
Yeah,
tomatoes.
so we had
Weird.
in Germany there was quite a bad flood earlier this year, like with cars flooding through the old town type of bad situation, and so it also raised the whole climate change question again and so on. But in general, of course, we are quite privileged, as I said.
Well, I'm glad you guys don't have to worry about that, because that's kind of crazy. Laura's asking, would I have felt it in downtown? Yeah, you would have, for sure. Because we're not far. We're not far from y'all. Like, it was in Carson. It was in Carson, just down the road from us. So literally just down the road from you. Not but like 15, 20 minutes down the road. So kind of weird. I haven't seen or heard of a earthquake happening in that region in a while. In Carson, it's been a while. Been a while.
We don't get earthquakes here. We get a lot of like similar to Martin floods. In parts of England that they regularly get flooded. Like that would be the natural disasters you see on the news is like whole villages being flooded out and sandbagging up the doors and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Right.
We had this thing called Brexit dudes. It made a mess of everything. That's their natural disaster.
Yeah. Yeah. Truth. There you go. Dude, this. So I'm layering on. I'm layering on my paper mache now on my build, trying to get it.
Oh yeah.
Trying to get it there. It's coming along. This one's not sticking as well. I think I need to adhere some like solid PVA to.
Okay, so
build.
I'm going to try and find a video.
Okay.
That my brother made, and I'll post it in the Discord. Dungeon Matron has said they do have tornadoes in the UK, not as often as the US, but they have them. And I know that. I think I said this on a stream before.
Yeah, you did.
A tornado hit our street
That's right.
In Kensal Rise, Whitmore Gardens, and I was there when it happened. And I have a video of it, the aftermath of our street. So I'm going to post that in the general chatter if I can find the video.
It's a good reminder for everyone. If you haven't done so, please head on over to the Crazy Crafter Discord. Post your completed works or your works in progress over there so we can take a look at those in just a little bit here on the stream.
That would be a really cool community challenge. I've just thought in my head. How would you craft a natural disaster? How would you craft something like... I mean, how can you craft an earthquake? How can you craft a tornado like?
Oh, you can
I mean,
craft
tornado's easier than an earthquake.
You can craft the aftermath of the earthquake.
Yeah, you can craft the aftermath, but it'd be interesting to see if someone came up with like some interesting...
Yeah, me like...
I saw a really cool Lego tornado.
Okay, so I found the video, and I'm in the video with long hair at some point. I think back whenever my hair was right down my ass. But yeah, did that like... I'll post it in the Discord. And
cool.
Look.
Can we take a second and appreciate Michael and I's haircuts, though?
Yes, we can. I was just gonna say, you guys have
both self-done. Good job, Michael.
Yeah. Slick.
I mean, to be honest, anything was an improvement for me.
Oh, come on.
It really was. I was starting to look like one of the wild men.
Frankie approves.
Yeah, the new haircut. I'm happy. But like I was starting to look, yeah, like when Saruman, he's like, "You've scratched the living from rocks," and all of the guys are going like, "Ah!" That was me.
That's exactly.
I'm gonna show the picture of you midway cutting your hair.
Dude. Right.
Can I do it, Michael? Can I do it?
Can you do what?
Can I share the picture of you halfway cutting your hair?
Ah, yeah, go on. Why not?
This is what we got sent.
You're showing on.
Colin.
What? Yo, yeah, that is glorious. It's my new phone background. I mean, Spooktober is happening.
Michael, if you were in my contacts on my phone, that would be your picture.
I mean,
if there were not international fees for calling,
I would be disappointed if it wasn't. So yeah, that video I posted of the tornadoes, like me walking around with the camera up our street, talking about the tornado. But my brother, who was like, "Oh, I've got cool video editing software," and he just like put this music on over the top of it, and it's really, really loud. So
is it up on Discord now?
Yeah, it's in the share your work. Or no, it's in the random chatter.
Cool.
So, but that was an interesting experience. Anyway, I need some advice from Carl and from Martin about this sculpt. So I want to put little tiny spikes along the spine of it.
Oh, nice.
Is it better for me to just now wait until this is dry and let it harden up, or is there a good method of doing that? Like, because to get little tiny spikes of this green stuff, it's a little bit tricky.
So when I learned anything, I was reminded about a phrase Egyptian friend of me told me in Arabic. It's called sabri gamil. It's called patience is beautiful. And so with sculpting, I think it's exactly that. You know, you really need to be patient with yourself. I mean, I messed so many times. I messed up something because I thought, yeah, okay, well, that part you can make, and then somewhere you have a pinky finger, it's called, I think. So, you know, put in all the effort of the last 2 hours, you know, smudging it down somewhere or something like that. And so it's, I would say, yeah, if you have a good shape of your back, for example, and maybe you can prepare the spines, not the spines, the spikes beforehand. And then the next step, you make little rings or little, yeah, I would say.
Like little holes?
Yeah, holes maybe, but not even necessary. Maybe just make a ring of green stuff, a roll, this really tiny roll, and then you make a ring around it, and then you kind of like, how it's called, blow torching, you know, when you have a, I'm not sure how it's called in English.
Welding it in sort of thing?
In German. When you're
in German?
It's called Schweißen when you have or Löten. If you have a material and then you heat it up, and then it's like a ring on metal. You know, when you fuse metal, or not fuse, but if you like gluing
welding.
metal.
Welding.
Welding. Yeah. Well, like you're welding around, and then you have this ring of the putty, and then you are just smudging it or fixing both parts together through the ring.
Okay, I think that's a good idea.
Along the ring, maybe I would go this route, but it depends how thick you want to have the base of this spikes, or yeah.
I mean, I guess worst comes to worst, I could super glue them.
Yeah, totally.
So I think that's what I'll do. I will make a bunch of spikes. I'm not going to stick them on now because, yeah, I've got some nice detail for the ribs, and if I start smudging around on its back now, I'm going to ruin that detail.
Yeah, and that's really, I experienced some time already, and that's really frustrating. Or you like to, what I said in the beginning, like it's very, the best tip I got and experienced it by myself is let your putty cure a bit before working with it. No, and I think Rich from the Black Spray Studios made it clear in one of his nice beginner green stuff videos or tutorials he put out. And that's not to underestimate the tip. It's really important to have a good consistency, and when you have like something like spikes, you know, and when you put them on, maybe many of them, you know, they will all bend, and you know, it's a big chance to make a mess out of it. And when you have the separate parts cured before, it's way easier.
I know that tutorial you're talking about from Spray Black. I about a couple of days before that, I put out a little green stuff skeleton sculpting tutorial, and then then like literally 2 days later, Rich released a video and he's just like, how to do better green stuff sculpting. And I was like, oh really? Well, thanks a million.
That's funny.
Too funny.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah. Too funny. Better green stuff.
Damn.
A bazing. I believe it's called a bazing.
That's like some Carl Make Stuff vibes there. The best way.
Yeah.
Don't get me on.
That's how Carl and I became friends, man. It was like
Yeah.
I think it was actually on my tree making video, and Carl's just like, well, it's okay, but you could do it this way. And
I really like that about Carl. He's great and upfront. I mean, I'm as a German, I appreciate it a lot. You know, like
me
not
too,
talking
man.
around and coming straight to the point and
Yep.
putting out the constructive criticism you really need to grow and so on. And
I like
great.
the fact that a suggestion was made months ago about herringbone tile. Someone said, come up with a suggestion for that. Or come up with a template. I was like, oh, I'll come up with a template here on the stream. And I was not doing well with it. And Carl proceeded to just take the time in the midst of the course of the stream. Less time, by the way. He sculpted this amazing herringbone template to do quick herringbone on your foam. I was like, yep.
A herringboner.
A herringboner.
Herringboner.
Indeed. Wow. Herringboner. Guys, I've almost got this this chicken ghost thing sculpted. It's pretty cool. I don't know if it's a chicken ghost, but it kind of looks like a chicken ghost. Who knows?
Well, if there were chicken ghosts, I'd be haunted as fuck.
Haunted as fuck. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, little.
I'm gonna post a little update on my Instagram of where my sculpt is at.
yeah.
Dudes, hell yes. This is tight. I'm gonna click on over here to show everyone how this is doing. I'm gonna put gloves back on for this because I got glue everywhere, but that's okay. We'll switch over so you guys can see this, and then we're gonna head on over. We'll head over to the Discord after here in just a second, y'all. Let me put this glove on. No glove, no paper mache love.
Mm-hmm.
This is the perfect background noise to my Instagram post that I'm doing, Colin.
Ooh, you're welcome.
Say hello to Instagram.
Hello, Instagram. Hello. Look at this. Look at this guy. Yeah. It's creepy. Creepy as F. He's got some nice sheets over him here. Gonna let that dry. Gonna let that dry up, and then I might go back over with some green stuff over the claws there. That's kind of what I'm thinking with that.
It's giving me that scarecrow vibe.
Yeah. Which one? Is that Martin's?
The one that you're doing, because it has the cloak on it. It looks like the picture from the Monster Manual.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
this looks great. Now I'm seeing it. I have to look on the stream. You know.
I'm doing terrible. I should share it with you guys. There's a separate cam for everyone here in the Zoom call, and they're like, yeah, that's cool, Colin. Way to never show us how it's going. But it's coming.
To catch up.
It's coming. Looking good.
I'm going a bit in a similar direction. It looks. I also want to add some fabric. You know.
Let's see.
Actually, I had
that looks good, Martin.
I had a bicycle accident lately, and now my hand is free again.
Oh,
so
good.
to speak. And I still have the what's called the wrapped. Yeah, you call it some kind of a cheesecloth style fabric.
Oh, the gauze.
Yeah,
Yep.
maybe it's. And I still have it around, and I was thinking about using it for nicely textured fabric, you know.
The cheesecloth, so it works great. If you go, I love cheesecloth on the sculpt.
You mentioned it in one stream already.
It works really well. I'm a huge fan of it. It adds for a really good texture. The cheesecloth can be used. It's just you can make it look like good fabric. I've used it in several builds, but I also use it to texture my shambling mound as well.
I think you mentioned it there.
Yeah, that was my favorite one. Dungeon. Elston, welcome to the stream. Chicken Ghost, KFC haunting. That's what we joked about earlier, Elston. Elston's calling it Colonel Necromancer Sanders.
Or chicken kebab, Elston, you know?
Chicken kebab, yeah, it's a kebab. Put it on a pizza. That picture of the KFC stuff is actually a photograph. Yeah. Extra crispy poltergeist. Yep. You guys have got it. Sweet. Let's head on over to the Discord here. Let's see what y'all been working with. Let's go to some share your work. I can't wait. I can't wait to see. I was catching up a little bit yesterday, but again, there's always so much to see. Yeah. Let's move that up a little bit. Let's move Discord up. Ooh. I need to put.
So you're in Discord right now?
Yeah, I'm about to pop over there right now, bub. Yep.
I'm gonna try and stick a photo in there.
Stick it in there. I guess I can put a better photo of this guy here too, right?
So many innuendos, so little time.
So I'll stick it in there. Good. Ooh, he's creepy from that angle. Let's go with that angle. I'll post mine up there too, so y'all can see it. Let's get over there. Connecting. I'm connecting. Oh, don't connect from the Wi-Fi all the way over here. Oh yeah, there's some good stuff. 3 months of painting, 1 collage. Oh, I can't wait to see. That looks awesome, Elston. Look at that. I can't wait to share that with everyone. Here we go. Colonel Sanders of Doom. All right. Now that I've got that up there and I've been sitting on this for a hot minute, let's scroll back up there and let's see some of this awesome work y'all have been doing. A little bit further.
Yeah, tell me the date. Tell me the date that you're scrolling back to.
I think I'm going to go
so
to September 15th here.
Cool.
My strange little avatars hovering around.
You still have Martin's.
Oh, I do. Oh, look at that! I love it. We'll bust that. Where is that up there? Why is it up there? That's so weird. Oh, that's his camera. What about his logo? There it is. Bye. Bye. Thank you. Good catch there, y'all. Good catch. Check out Stefano's build. Is this like a little safe? Is that what we built here?
Yeah, that's actually a Gruyere box, and I really like it. I also want to make one day.
It looks great.
It's from one fantastic artist, you have to say, because she's quite in a lot of different areas, and she kind of coined this type of build. It's like a small diorama in a box, you know, and I think she started it with more a sci-fi-esque, with really grimy look and with cabling overall.
Oh,
and
nice.
Weird creatures hanging around, you know, like a bit Giger-esque. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Giger's work.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's quite scary and great, and many crafters are doing this type of work, and it's I think it's a great exercise. And I haven't watched the video yet, but yeah, it looks really nice, and I'm looking forward to see it.
Yeah, it looks really good. This is super cool. We see Mark from Tabletop Ready Minis. Welcome to the stream. Carl is, I think he's finished it by now. I think there's other pictures, but this is a work in progress pic from the building he's been working on for a little bit. This is turning out great. I love those shingles, the color of those shingles. Those look great.
Yeah.
That blue is looking good. What a cool build. Love this building, Carl. It's
a fantastic build. And you, as I said, I really like the
hashtag love that building.
this penciled texture in it. You know, like making it all from one block.
Yep.
Still, I haven't tried it out yet, but I really like the effect.
I've been thinking about giving that a shot myself. It was actually Chicken that I kind of was looking at the way he does his buildings, and like, I do like playability for the inside of a building, but if you want to bash out some good looking buildings for the top of your terrain, it's a really good technique.
Nice. We've got a mini that Lil Gwen is working on here. You can see some painted up Marines here in the background. These guys look really good. But this one is pretty fun. Another one printed up. Is this? I can't remember. It looks. I guess Lil Gwen has a 3D printer, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just got one.
Got one. So this must be one of the new prints. This is this print looks like it did not fail. It's looking pretty good here, Lil Gwen. How are you enjoying the 3D printing hobby? You'll have to let us know. This looks great, bud.
Down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, rabbit hole. It's easy to do. It's very easy to do. Here, this is it. Wizard of Times that help nowadays the internet. I found out I have this really cool old school space set from Huge Lego. This is something you shared, Martin, from 1990. You just browsed some of your favorite unique looking pieces. I think you know this, by the way. Look at this thing. This is
okay. Yeah, we had this small discussion. I think Cross brought it up. About the huge Lego fandom, and or I'm not sure. Somehow we talked about. I'm really looking forward to bring all the Lego stuff from my basement up and giving it to my daughter. I mean, she's 2.5 years now, and maybe a little too small. Yeah, and actually, I was gifted a second-hand convolute as a kid, and until now, when there's huge databases of Lego stuff and sets, where you can type in singular pieces of sets, and then they show you what kind of stuff you can build from it.
Dude.
And then I found out in this mass of Lego stones, I had these really cool old school sets, and I never knew. And I actually could rebuild this last year. I had a little nostalgia trip down Lego Road.
That's super rad. I love. It's one of my favorite things to do when I was a kid, which was work with Legos and build. I spent many hours before there was Minecraft. There was actual Legos that you built with, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
This is cool. I'm glad you guys brought that. I love that share. That it looks almost like the Mandalorian's Razor Crest. That's what this ship reminds me. It kind of has that a little bit of that Razor Crest shape. I love it. Yeah. I love old school Legos.
Totally.
I remember when I was a kid, my dad had given me his old Legos, so I had a mix of the new ones and the old ones.
Yeah, for me it was like.
I remember the old Legos were very brittle.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were old, I guess.
This is another picture of Martin's monsters, but then he's got his noddles that he's sculpting his little minion noddles to go along with it. I love those. I can't wait to see those. That looks like Tentacle City happening. That'll make Zane very happy. So as well as many other folks out there on the stream.
Yeah, I was inspired by actually a painting. Some guy followed me on my Twitter more for the drawing stuff, or I like to do fantasy maps for fancy reasons, and the guy followed me, and I think he's a Japanese artist who does mostly like with a ball pencil or maybe pencil, drawings, and he does really nice and spooky and atmospheric stuff. And he posted a dude who fit quite good into my vision of building these monsters and these creatures, and I gave it a go.
They're awesome. It's just a very it's a strong emotional response that when I see that put on the tabletop, Martin, and it just invokes fear. It's nightmare fuel is what it is. Yeah. I absolutely love it, and I love the incorporation of the natural components and the natural materials with the sculpted and the resin bit. Like it's just a great blend of a lot of different various techniques that you incorporated within it. It's so cool. So cool. Moving on down here to Superfly Rob. We got Rob Evans coming in hot with his latest board that he's building for his local game store. And is this for it's for a big event, isn't it? What was the event? Can't remember. You have to let us know what the event for was.
Was it Blood Bowl? I'm not sure if that's
remember.
right.
I think
it was a Pride something.
It was associated with some sort of Pride festival at the store, right?
Yeah, but it's a Warhammer 40K thing, I guess.
It's so cool. I fucking love all these colors. These colors are amazing. I love the barbed wire. Never has something looked so dangerous and pretty at the same time. Like, you're gonna mess you up. I love the color of the sandbags. But
I want to see it under a black light.
Say again.
I said I want to see it under a black light.
That would be cool. Under the black light would be great. I like the weathering and kind of like the griminess of the sandbags here too. It looks so good. Window time. Look at those windows on Carl's building.
Oh.
I wonder if he vaped it. Yeah. How did you make? You're asking Martin, how did you make it?
What, me? I didn't say.
No, I thought it was Martin was at. Did someone ask about his video? I can't remember.
I know he carved it out of foam and then put a Mod Podge over it for glass.
Nice.
But when he had sent it to me, I was like, "Did you like mold windows and use resin?" He's like, "Nope." And he showed me, and I was like, "Wow, fooled me, dude."
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's an amazing, more amazing craftiness from Mr. Carl. Some more another board here that Rob's working on. This looks great. Love this. Look at that. 4 hours worth of work. There you go, Steve. Multiple hours and a couple minutes of gameplay on it.
Man, in terms of making terrain, 4 hours is great work for that.
That looks really good, right? 4 hours of work. That's really good. That's well.
To be honest, like what you can do with 4 hours is amazing.
Yep. I'm always quite impressed with what we're able. Like, I don't want to like toot the horn, but I kind of like tooting our horns because
we are amazing.
We are amazing, and I think I don't know. It's fun to see what we can come up with in a couple hours, right?
Yeah.
Although some of us started on the stream, not before it. Just gonna throw that there.
Michael.
I always start before the stream.
I know you do. You can't help it.
Someone's gotta take Danny's place.
Someone does have to take Danny's place. No, that's hard. Good luck, because Danny would have had multiple monsters sculpted by now,
and he would have
done. He'd have an army.
Yep.
He had his own Patreon bringing out this 3D printed models.
This looks really good, Rob. I love all this flocking that you put down on this board. What a great looking board. Love that dirt road.
This is an older board, I think.
Maybe. Still looks a little green. I may go back with some Woodland Scenics vegetable hues. Ooh, you could do that. I mean, I like the pop of color. Everything that it's on there already looks really good. I think it's great. It's going to be used for a larger modular build for D&D. Nice. It's the front yard of the hostile hunter's cabin. Oh, fun.
Ah, yeah, okay.
That's a good encounter. There's a lot of space to play there. Yeah, this is cool. Is this clump foliage, or did you add more to it? Yeah, it kind of looks like clump foliage to me too, Cross. But I'm always curious about how people flock and utilize that as well. It looks really good. I love those colors. Stefano, look at this thing. Has he shared this before? I can't remember if he shared this or not. It doesn't matter. It looks cool.
Waiting for it to update.
This is his kind of battering ram.
Yeah.
That battering
I've
ram
seen
is
the battering
super
ram
cool.
before. Yeah, that's one of his builds. It reminds me of Grand from
Return of the King.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of great detail here, Stefano. We love this build. This is cool. Like, oh, I like this. Get a little further back. Yeah, look at that. Kind of oxidized spikes and stuff. The iron.
Yeah.
Love it. I like these little rivets on here, too, for the wood. Love those little rivets.
Yeah. Have you shown the barricade he made in a similar style? I really dig them.
I don't think I've seen him yet.
What one? What did he make?
It's a barricade, he's saying.
Some kind of barricades, or like these, like with big wooden like a palisade, or like a orky, chaosy kind of barricade thing, in a similar style, you know, like ramshackled and with lots of bits and stuff on it. I really dig it. I love it.
It looks great. The Beast, as they call it. Stefano and his son. I love it. I love that the fact I craft with my son too. I love crafting with my son. He wants to craft today, so we will craft today.
Cool.
If you insist.
If you insist, son. More of the game board here. It looks great. Love it.
Do you know what? Color. Like, if you've got kids, like, and you're crafting, like, it is the best ego boost in the world to have a kid when you're crafting, because, like, Georgie will often come in and she'll say, Daddy, you're really good at crafting, or like some little phrase, that's amazing, or whatever, and you're just like, awesome. That's all that matters.
You say that, it is the complete opposite for me. Ben will walk out or when I'm doing, and I'm like, what do you think? And he's like, that's pretty good. And I'm like, what do you mean pretty good? And he's like, it could be a little better. I would do and then he always offers up what he would do in replacement of it. And I'm like, okay there. So I have the complete opposite.
Just so you know, he has an eye.
Yeah, he definitely has an eye. He also likes getting a rise out of his dad, so he knows how to do that pretty good. This is I saw this piece. I love the fact that Lil Gwyn is like getting into the like down the terrain rabbit hole here and using different bits and bobs here. There are definitely scenery opportunities here. I love this. I'm curious to see what you make with this, Lil Gwyn. You have to keep us posted.
When I first started getting into terrain building and stuff, and I was looking at the way people were using these cardboard packaging and also like the polystyrene packaging and stuff, at first I really didn't like it, to be honest, because I could never stop seeing the packaging. No matter how much paint went on it, it always looked like packaging to me.
Right.
But then the more Warhammer terrain that I've seen, and now my brain's starting to see things as concrete, if you know what I mean.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think sometimes it's just this little extra layer of, and it can be cheap, homemade, grout and PVA glue or something like that, and it's enough to make the extra layer to make this like expanded polystyrene disappear, or is it expanded? Always, yeah, extruded, expanded, always mix it up, but. There are some features, as you say, you just have to hide, otherwise it appears as, that's just packaging material, or that's just this and that. But I think if you watch out a bit, experiment a bit, you often only need a little bit of extra time, and then it's perfectly fine, And,
Yep.
I for example, I thought like it's a great acidic pool in a sci-fi setting, or can be a bunker, or a rocket silo, it's called, or rocket. I'm not sure. No.
Yeah, I think you said it right. I think it's just it. Rocket silo, a mine. You could cut it down, and it could be like sewer pipe. Like there's so many. It has a lot of potential. It has a lot of potential for sure. Here's a little bit more of a finished product here from Carl on his building. This is absolutely gorgeous, my friend.
Blue shingles are popping.
They're looking great. I love those.
I also really like the photograph and that. The lighting on it's really nice.
Yeah, the photograph game is on point. I'm trying to up my photograph game too. I upped it. I upped it for the Feywild build. I was like, uh-oh. I'm building with other content creators that know what they're doing here. I better figure it out. I love the light. My favorite thing are, again, playing around with different colors here, and these blue shingles pop. I love them. They're so cool. They're so cool.
Yeah.
Superfly, Rob, you are Superfly.
I'm a fan of the blue.
Yeah, the fan of the blue. Tina Martins, you're saying Ben will be an amazing crafter. I agree. He was so excited when you were sharing stuff earlier in the week, and we sent a little video to other folks, and Tina responded. Your response, Tina, by the way, made his week. He was so happy that you sent that video in response saying how much you liked his build. He was very, very happy. Superfly Rob, this board is absolutely amazing. I love all these colors. So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so colorful that you can't imagine anyone would actually want to fight. They'd just be like standing around looking at all the pretty colors.
I know.
There's going to be no battle, is there?
So you're thinking it's like an acid trip.
Yeah. Oh,
What
my
was it?
goodness.
What was in that water, man?
I'd love to take credit, but color balancing, you're so funny, Carl. What was in the water, bro? What was in the vape pen, bro? Was it UV resin? I don't know.
Yeah.
Trying to make some trying out some new techniques on the cloak. What are your thoughts? Oh, I love the highlights here. Looks really good. You got some high points that are happening in there. I love that. You could try creating Mike. I would just go a little further and layer up even more. Try to layer that dark. Leave some recesses. I don't know. I'd like to see some darker points. You got it here though. He's got it here on the shoulder. I like this. It looks really good. I love those colors. I like the way they're popping on this cloak. They look great.
Mm-hmm.
Well done, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, mini.
Colors.
Look at this. Look at these bad motherfuckers. Ooh. I really like the purple highlights on this Necron army here, Josh. This is great.
Make that one big. Oh, yeah, I'm going to make it.
Oh, I'm going to make it big. These look great. What a cool army, bro. I can't wait to check this video out. That's going to be my next stop after we wrap the stream today.
Is that a color shifting or is that just different?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to watch the video, huh, Zane?
I love the purple blasters.
I do too. They just look so good. It's just a lovely contrast that he's got going on here. I love that purple. Those weapons look like they're about to mess you up. Well done, Josh. Well done, my friend. Oh yeah, look at that foul blight spawn Stefano's posted in there. That looks creepy. Super creepy. Super creepy.
He's been posting a lot of content again recently.
Yeah, he is. It's good.
Yeah. I think he mentioned somewhere that he pre-produced some of the videos, but in fact, it's so it's crazy amount of output. I would say it's.
Dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm well. He said something in the Discord about not doing YouTube anymore. Is that right? Am I wrong there?
No, you said something.
He did
about
mention
that.
it, but then he said he was going to start up again.
Good. Right. Cool. I'm glad to hear that that's not happening.
He's still on it, which is good.
Okay.
Yeah. And I gotta think.
It's a low point. I know we all have a crafting low point. So.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, man. Ugh.
This is a small little the last 3 months of Elston's life in the hobby right here.
Oh,
Dude.
speaking of which,
Just 3 months.
So he did the Dana Hoyle painting challenge thing.
Yeah.
And I believe he won.
Oh heck yeah.
Which is not much of a surprise, but she will be putting out a video about that, and I think Elston will also be putting out a video about that very shortly, so keep an eye out for that.
Awesome. We will definitely keep an eye.
I just watched his video.
Oh, it came out already?
He had posted some video, I believe.
Okay, cool. So
let me look.
It's out already.
Elstonation. Is it Elston Nation or Elstonation?
Elston Nation.
Nation. So the N.
we said it. Say it again.
You
Say it again.
both said opposite.
One N. Elston.
Elstonation.
Elstonation.
Yeah, he posted the video 6 hours ago.
Nice.
Ah, okay, cool. Oh, right. Well, I didn't see that. That didn't come up in my what do you call it?
There's my spooky Colonel Sanders. You guys can take a look at my spooky Colonel Sanders later. I don't need to see him. You guys have been watching him for a couple hours. What is this? Oh, this is the link to the video. Yep. I see that. I see it there. We'll have to check that
Just
out.
have to scroll down a little bit.
It was right there. Been working on these tonight. A quick reminder. This is a good. I don't. I think I keep forgetting to probably mention this to everyone. If you have a YouTube video and you want to share it with the Discord family, just put it right over here in the YouTube channels. We're trying to keep the share your work now that we're growing. We have a lot of content and stuff to look at and share with everyone. Post your links to the YouTube channels over in the YouTube section, the YouTube channel section over here. It's okay. It's just Elston. He's just missing out. No kebab pizza for Elston this week. That's the punishment. I'm just kidding. We can't take kebab pizzas away from Elston. I'm excited to check out that Dana Hall challenge wrap up. That's going to be cool to check out.
I'm just going to post it over in the over on YouTube.
You can post it on the chat on YouTube for sure. Put it up there. I've been working on these tonight. Some squid conversions. Oh, cool, Mark. Cool. Look at these. Yeah, those are going to be fun. Those look terrifying. That's what we should have crafted. How come no one decided to sculpt this tonight? Do you think we could have done this in 2 hours, Martin?
What? Sorry, again.
There's these conversions that Mark from Tabletop Ready Minis is working on. These squid conversions, and they're these elaborate like pig demon looking things with wings. And I was making a joke. I don't think we would have been able to craft those on the stream tonight.
And are these kit bashed or are they?
Anything's possible.
That's true. They do kind of look a little kit bashed. I think they're kit bashed. You have to let us know. Tabletop.
I'm not sure.
Let us know. Let us know.
They look totally great.
Yeah, they look wicked.
Cool sculpts.
There's the Nothic to see here. This looks great. I love all that detail on the back and the spine that you're getting there, Michael. That looks great.
Yep, that was just with like poking the knife into the back and then the same on the other side.
Mister, I'm not going to sculpt anything. Look at you. This is awesome. This looks great.
Cheers, dude.
Love it, bro. Oh, yeah. Let's look at that front. Yeah, look at that mouth. It looks like it's going to eat you. I love it. And it says it torments your thoughts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
So when
Mine.
it was Lost Mines of Fandelver, and we were walking around under the Red Cloak's Red Out, and yep, all of a sudden, like someone starts talking inside my mind and like saying weird things about me, and it was this Nothic.
It's the Nothic tormenting your brain. Oh, look at Tina probably built this in 30 minutes on the stream. This looks great. I love this. What's this? Is this for you, Tina, or is this? Where's this headed? Is this just for fun? Like, this looks great. Love those use of those columns, right? So it's like some shifting land columns, and you can take those, and you can just do you can do half of them, right? Or cut them in two once you do the whole thing and layer them up against the wall like that. They look great. Those freaking column jigs are legit.
That's the diorama piece she was talking about. I think it's a bit bigger scale or something like that than normal quotation marks 28 millimeters. Really like it.
Back to the drawing board, she said. Back to the crafting board, where the work in progress will always remain. A display? That looks really cool. Oh, these minis look great, Rob. I love these. These look really cool. Some good color on these. Some fun colors on these. I love this kind of like a shark looking one over here, this monster. So fun. So cool. Swamp pieces done. Dang. So many things. Tina, I wish I had the speed and skill of Tina Martin. That's what I wish. I think all of us wish that, but these swamp pieces look really fun, Tina. I like these. Is this a little bit
stamina? I mean, what I really find fascinating that she keeps the motivation and from one project diving into the next and so on. It's everything is spectacular. In fact, and
it's not a motivation; that it's an obsession. I think Tina's.
Yeah, maybe it's yeah.
Oh wow!
I think it's her escape from work.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
It's how she decompresses. So.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Mark from Tabletop Ready Minis saying 1 pickles competition with this board. So all the tips I learned from you guys. Thank you. Oh, congratulations, Mark. Yeah, it's been fun watching you bring this piece to life. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. It turned out really well here. Bravo.
Yeah.
Well done, Mark. Your Nurgle, the Nurgle portal here is absolutely terrifying. Super, it's great. I love all the bits and bobs on the as far as it's the color, and then also the contrasting color with the terrain you created as well. It looks really, really good. But I love the
sandstone and the blue, which it works really well together.
It does. And then he also based the bases that he put for all his minis. It matches and goes really well with the terrain here. This is well done, Mark.
Yeah, and you gotta say, Nurgle is often depicted in green and browns and so on, and he chose blue and purple here, and it's bold choice. It's often the colors of another one of the 4 chaos gods in the Warhammer world, but it works really great, and I really love it, and I think it makes it stand out also. It's really great.
Well done.
Great.
Well done, Mark. I agree. That's even more impressive. Like taking something like I said, I see him in the chat there saying that he worked way out of his comfort zone on it. Bravo to you. That's it may be stuff that you've picked up from watching us here, but at the end of the day, you get to make those bold choices, not us. So very impressive.
It doesn't look like you're out of your comfort zone, so
there you go.
And that's the result.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this, Martin.
I'm curious, is that base ready mix that he's using
on these bases?
No. Good question.
Or no, just on the floor in general.
Good
is
question.
It like what,
Mark?
Yeah, that's for Mark. That's a question for Mark.
No, that's for that was for Tabletop Ready Minis.
Yeah, Mark.
Oh, it's Mark. Sorry. Yeah. I'm catching up. Sorry.
Yeah, well, thinking about sculpting a Kenku, it's.
Oh yeah, you definitely are on a better route to sculpting a Kenku. Can you guys imagine if I'd have sculpted Kenkus on that project? I I'd have swallowed my hot glue gun to end the pain and suffering.
Just joking. No, on the other, no, I was more like I was looking at some concept art for this character of this video game, Fiddlesticks, and he has like a kind of a beak. It's called beak. I'm not sure. Kind of a bird head, skeleton head, there, something like that. And it also reminded me a bit of this lovely, how are they called again, in the Hansen movie, the Dark Crystal.
Oh,
the bad guy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the names. I don't remember what they're called.
Yeah.
But you're 100% correct. Yeah, that's exactly what they're looking like. This is great, Martin. I love it.
Something along these lines, yeah. It's extra spooky. Because they gave me nightmares back in the day.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Who's this guy? We're gonna skip that one. I'm just kidding. It's the last one. We're gonna see it. Zane. I was like, I saw the top of your Victorian. I was like, wait a minute. That's not a monster. That's just your dope Victorian build. Look at you. I love the scale you put together. There's a lot happening here in this picture, folks. There's some good scale representation. The stone golem next to Zane's Victorian house build, his tower build there, and then also if you guys see tucked in the corner down there, that is Zane diving into organics now in Blender. He designed those jack-o'-lanterns, which you can put a little LED light and light up, right?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I love the color on Zane. You completed yours. Yours is done.
Yes, it works
Yeah.
great.
Oh,
It's
shit.
easy.
Oh shit! Someone's trying to
Mic drop.
take up the reins of Danny West. Danny's gonna be proud when he watches this stream. He's gonna be so happy.
Welcome to the Discord, Antirius.
Antirius, welcome.
Welcome.
Antirius, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream,
I really
Antirius.
like that the community is growing so much. Also, or it's steadily growing. As I said, I was a bit in a hiatus for some weeks or some months, and a lot of folks were joining and chatting along and supporting each other and putting out tips and tricks, and it's really great to see. I love it.
That's the goal. Onwards and upwards. It is everyone out there in the Foam Family community that helps make the growth possible for the channel. And if you are interested in supporting the channel, one of the big ways you can do that is through subscribing to the Crazy Crafter channel. If you have not done so, please make sure that you subscribe to the Crazy Crafter channel. All you have to do is hit that sub button, and you can turn on the bell notification so when we go live. But that's a big help and support for the Crazy Crafter channel. That's also in addition to Zane Morgan Crafts and Nat1 videos. If you guys aren't subbed to those folks, you should head on over and give them some love. We've also got loads of ways you can support each other. We've got merch, we've got Patreon stuff. We'll talk more about that here at the end of the stream. But thank you, Martin, for being a part of this community. You and everyone else have helped it grow. So it's awesome. It's an awesome thing to continue to cultivate in this wild crafting live stream channel that we've got going on here.
So, Interius came into Discord there and posted an image, but then the image disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Post it again!
We'll post it again.
There.
Post it, Antirius. Look at that. That little jack-o'-lantern looks good, Zane. That's so cool.
It was looking cool.
Post it again. Post again, Antirius. It went away. Bring it on back. Bring it on back, and we'll get
It
there.
looked like an interior from what I remember.
While that's the same place, I'm going to pop over to my camera, turn it back on, because, hey, this is how you know it's getting wintertime. It cooled off, and it lasted more than 2 hours on a stream today. Let me go turn it back on here real quick. BRB.
That means be right back, by the way.
Thank you for that, Mike.
Yeah.
On the other hand, yeah.
Cool. I enjoyed the stream a lot. Ah, there we go. Okay, so Interius. So we are going to have to go back to the Discord. That looks like the Watcher in the water, almost. Some kind. Oh, tentacles.
It looks awesome as well.
Tentacles in.
That's why I'm for it.
Oh, tentacles! Here we go. Look at this. Antaria said he posted up the wrong picture. Well, that's all right. We got one up here right now. Look at this. This looks awesome.
Oh yeah, awesome. Indeed.
Very on brand for today, Interius. Is this something you sculpted previously? Is this something you were working on during the stream with us? We've been working on some D&D
sculpted
monsters
it a few days ago.
Nice. This is looking great. Love
Awesome.
this.
Very cool. Very cool.
Love this. Thanks for joining the Discord, and thanks for tuning into the stream, Interius. If you haven't done so, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can hang out with us again when we go live.
So, is that sculpted with air drying clay? Or what is it? Is it like... And again, Tina, haha, Michael, I'm not that stupid. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you're stupid. What?
Because you said BRB means be right back.
Oh, right. Okay. Now I get it.
Yeah.
I was just being dumb.
Silly.
Wouldn't be hard for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Wow.
want to see Michael as a blonde.
This is looking
Get you a
really
dumb blonde.
It's looking really cool there, Interius. It's looking quite fantastic. You'll have to let us know if what kind of material you used to sculpt it there. Oh look, one of my lanterns. My lantern on the right there is getting low on batteries. Y'all see that?
It's Bake Sculpey.
Bake Sculpey.
Yep.
Nice. Delicious Bake Sculpey. I'm glad I rushed out to the store to buy the air dry clay that I haven't used at all today. But I did use...
It's there for another build.
It is for another build. I really actually like... it's one of my favorite builds that I've done is my... an Oban whiskey tube that I wrapped air dry clay around that I used a roller to texture. And that's been one of my favorite builds. I didn't have to use a ruler for that. I just have to roll clay and wrap it around. It's very easy. Yeah. This wire has been clutched today that I got from the crafting store. It's like $3 at the store. This is great. Let's see where everyone's at there. Hold that back up, Martin. Let's see your Kenku warrior. Let's see your Kenku warrior.
Yeah, it's not.
Yes.
I think the.
Welcome to the welcome to our world. We're like, put the Insta hand up so you can see it. It looks great.
That is very cool.
Colin should make a
You make
herringbone
good
tentacle
horror
monster.
monsters.
Get out of here, Dungeon Matron. Get out of here. Nuts. Herringbone dungeon.
Oh, and of course, our walking lexicon, Carl, was providing the right name for these monsters. I was thinking about it was the Skeksis, they're called.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Dark crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I see the lantern. I don't see the plaque. Yeah, the plaque hasn't been hung up. So I haven't hung the plaque because I'm getting ready to. I need to gut the studio, and by gut I mean pick up the studio and clean it, and then once it's clean, I have to install my new desk. I want to get my new desk in here. It's gonna like massively make a difference for crafting space, and then when I'm doing video, it's just gonna make. You're not gonna have to see you will no longer see, what is this? Let me show it over here. You guys won't have to see anymore. Well, it's kind of hard to see. Sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't. But there won't be a plastic table anymore. It'll be a hardwood table. I guess right now it's not that big of a deal because this new cam. Oh, by the way, this new cam, y'all. This new cam today, I think it looks. You have to let me know. What do you guys think of the overhead cam? You think this looks good today? You have to let me know in the comments there. It's trying out a new camera that I got months ago that finally works again.
I have a quick question for chat, if possible.
Yeah, do it.
Does anyone know how many toes a Nothic has?
Oh.
It has no toes. It's a no fit.
I'm thinking, like, in my imagination, it's like a two-clawed kind of foot thing like this, but it might be 3. It's 3? Okay. 3 on the feet and hands. Lucy's telling me here.
Yes,
oh, she knows.
Lucy.
Clutch. Coming in clutch, Luce. Good job.
And Colin, I like your new camera. We can see your mess in HD now.
Oh, cool. Awesome. That makes me happy. I want to see, if you're going to see my mess, you need to see it in HD. It's important. It's important. Or some pots. I could make some pots. That's true. The cam looks peachy. Ooh, peachy, says Carl. Wow. Wow.
Does that mean it's fuzzy?
Yeah. Such jokes. Such jokes. Oh, Dungeon Matron coming in with the knowledge of the toes as well. 3 per foot. You guys know. Look at you guys. Yeah. Impressive. Speaking of peachy, this has been a peachy time. Thank you, Martin, for hanging out with us on the stream today.
Awesome. It was great.
Absolutely clutch and such a wonderful time. Yeah. Definitely not the last time. Say again.
You see, I'm a total professional. I just put it.
Please, you eat on the stream. Whatever. You're talking to the guy who muted himself for the first 2 minutes of the stream. Please. Yeah. Please.
I ate a donut during Discord, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. We snack all the time. This is a chill environment. There's no need to sweat. You're allowed to eat on the stream. You are here volunteering and sharing your time with us and sharing all of your knowledge and passion. We appreciate it, Martin. And we appreciate all of you out there joining us. Thank you so much for supporting us today, stopping on by. If you want, there's a lot of awesome ways you can support Zane, Michael, and I. One of the new things that you can do here on the Crazy Crafter is we've got a Patreon set up. If you want to head on over and do a little bit more long-term support, and you want to see the channel continue to grow, all of that love and effort gets put right back into the stream to make the best possible crafting live stream for all of you out there. In addition to the Patreon, I've got some cool merch now. Oh yeah!
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking my Olfa knife, some dry brushes, and a X-Acto knife. I'm not drinking it. It's simply a holder now. I don't recommend drinking those things. This is kind of cool. I've also got. I'm showing some Nat 1 videos love today with a cool shirt I bought from Michael's channel. You can head on over to everyone's perspective YouTube channels. We've all got links up there for the merch, including our Patreon account. Don't forget to head on over to Martin's Instagram and follow Martin for all the upcoming work that he's gonna have up there. One day, I have no doubt Martin will sculpt a Kenku warrior in at least if nothing else. It's gonna be something. Someone's gonna do it out there. I am not gonna do it anytime soon. Maybe someone else will sculpt the Kenku warrior. It won't be me right now. This kind of looks. The one I have.
I almost suggested it for today.
The chicken. Yeah, someone should have suggested it for. Someone did suggest it, or they didn't. Did they suggest?
No, I was going to, but I didn't.
I'd have been. I kind of got like a ghostly Kenku warrior because he kind of looks like a chicken. I don't know. Probably not. That's okay. We'll be back next week. Well, that's a good question. Stay tuned. I don't know what's happening necessarily next week. I know that might be a weird thing to say, but my wife's birthday is next weekend, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens for next week. I'm definitely going to try stream at least once during the week. If not on the weekend, then for sure, I'm going to try to get at least one in where I'm hanging out and crafting, trying to finish up all this awesome GW terrain, which I still have 11 structures to paint. I thought I was doing good. I'm not. Remember guys, I've been telling Michael and Zane, I was like, oh yeah, I'll have that finished by the end of this coming week. I'm going to be cranking this stuff out here till the very end of October, but that's okay. I got time. All right, y'all. Yeah. Thank you all. Yeah. Thank you all for joining us here on the Crazy Crafter live stream. We look forward to hanging out with you again soon this week, whether that's all by my lonesome or with some awesome folks. Who knows? You never know who will pop by on the stream. Until then, be sure to craft your passion daily, and we will see you all next time. Martin, again, thank you so much for joining us. Mwah.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Family.